Welcome back. I'm still here with Tessa Jowell MP, and we're going to talk a little bit about the BBC. You've been given the important job of looking at the BBC in the next 10 years, and one of the major aspects seems to be the change from the current Board of Governors to there being a trust. I wonder if you could explain to our viewers what the difference will actually be.
Well, this is a very important change for the BBC. And it's an important change that will in turn have an important bearing on the accountability of the BBC, the new BBC, to its licence fee payers, and in turn the quality of programming and the diversity of programming that people see on their screens. And you know, I wouldn't for one moment pretend that people who will be watching this at home are particularly interested in how the BBC's run. What they want an assurance of is that their licence fee will buy quality programming and that the BBC will continue to do for them in the digital age what it has done so successfully for now nearly 80 years. What the BBC Trust will do is to act on behalf of the licence fee payer. It will hold the management of the BBC to account. It will insist on public value in every decision that the BBC takes, and it will hold the executive to account on behalf of the licence fee payer for the value that every pound of licence fee money buys.
Because there is a lot of concern, especially as you're getting less and less children watching TV, that and you know, the viewing habits are changing as more people are using digital media, that can the BBC really carry on defending increasing the licence fee above the rate of inflation?
Well, that's a question which has not yet been resolved, and having settled the policy, we will then go on to negotiate the level of licence fee, which will be announced at some time during the summer. But in relation to the numbers of people watching, here it's important just to contrast reach and ratings. Certainly ratings are falling as people have a wider range of choice of channels. That's part of the digital revolution, if you like. But if you look at the reach of the BBC, how many of us watch the BBC for however short a time in any week, you'll find that the BBC is the kind of soar-away leader in terms of reach. More than 80% of us watch the BBC for even a little bit of time every week. So the BBC is the most trusted broadcaster. It is a popular broadcaster, and overwhelmingly people want the BBC to be their trusted guide through to digital.
So that's the future of the BBC. What about your future, Tessa? What's your future ambitions and aspirations?
Well, I want to go on serving the people of Dulwich and West Norwood. I want to go on making a contribution to the progressive policies of this Labour government. And I think I have the best job in government. And I want to make sure that we have an Olympic Games that the whole world will remember, and will leave the East End of London as a modern city with state-of-the-art sports facilities at its heart. That's a pretty proud legacy for a Labour government.
There's quite a few people that, whilst they're looking forward to having the Olympics in East London, but if you're living in West London, if you're living in South London, how will the Olympics affect them?
Oh, there's something from the Olympics for people right across London, and indeed right across the UK, and we're determined that that should be the case. You know, not only the opportunity for new training facilities to be built, not just in London, but all around the country, that will be used by visiting teams, the recruitment of the army of volunteers, 70,000 volunteers will be recruited, the opportunity to go to the Olympics, the opportunity to bid for one of the more than 500 contracts that the Olympics will need. You know, there are a multitude of ways in which, no matter where you live in London, you will be able to take a part in the success of the Olympics. That's
good to hear. Well, we've reached near the end of the interview, and my favourite bit of the interview, which is cheesy dips.
Cheesy dips.
And here we are with our cheesy dips. It's 1 minute of quick fire questions for you. So the first one is, who would you like to be stranded on a desert island with?
Oh, Nick Heitner, who's the director of the National Theatre.
Right.
Or Neil McGregor, director of the British Museum.
You can only have one.
Which one? I see, right. invidious to choose between the two of them.
What's your favourite sandwich?
BLT. On rye.
On rye. What has been your most embarrassing moment?
What has been my most embarrassing moment? I'm clearly in denial on that.
Okay. Do you have any pets?
No.
No.
We had a greatly loved dog called Freddie, who died a year and a half ago, and I haven't quite been able to bear to get another one.
What makes you laugh?
The office, my friends. I've got a great sense of humour. Keeps me going.
Thank you very much, Tessa Jowell, for joining me today, and I've been Christopher Weblove on chatshow.net.